Hey, what's up guys? It's me, Adam Neff, and I'm back. Only this time I'm back with a game that's kind of a little bit more silly. It's not really meant to be taken serious. I actually kind of enjoyed it because of that reason. Some games are built for you to really get into. The story's deep, the gameplay's deep, and you really kind of have to draw that out and get into the game. Not this one. This one was just all about goofing off and having fun. So, without further ado, let's get right on into it. Now, the game I'm talking about today is ManEater. Yeah, it's kind of a weird title. I probably wouldn't have titled it that, but hey, to each his own. Now, the game's been out for, I don't know, about a month now, and to be honest, I had a blast. It plays very much like an old kind of last-gen arcadey style game, you know, kind of GTA almost, but instead you're a shark. Now the point of the game is to level your shark up to get back at a fisherman who killed your mom. I'm not going to worry about spoilers in this game because there's really not much to spoil. The entire idea is just to max the level of your shark out in all the different categories and then go, I guess, kill this fisherman. The game played pretty smooth, the mechanics were really well done, and the leveling system was actually pretty good. In fact, I liked the fact that you were able to almost max your shark out before you even got to the end. Now, you could rush through it a bit and get to the end quicker, but I kind of liked exploring each section of the map and just kind of really maxing my shark out before I moved on to the next section. I will say that about 3/4 of the way through the game, my shark became so powerful that I was just running through everything. Nothing could stop me. In fact, nothing really hurt my shark too much to the point where I had to really run away. Sometimes you'd get yourself into a little bit of a situation where you would pull aggro on like 12 different sharks in, you know, a more leveled up area. They'd all start attacking you at the same time and you'd have to take off. But other than that, you could kind of pick your battles and go in, I guess, strategically and take out whatever target you were trying to take out. The game can feel a bit grindy. It makes you go out and do a bunch of mundane tasks just to earn enough, I don't know, points to level up your shark. Some of this was really annoying. After the 12th task or challenge where you, as the shark, had to jump up on land and eat 10 human beings, I was just done with it. I mean, some of that stuff was really dumb. Other stuff I really enjoyed. However, once your shark gets big, I think they call it a mega in the game, going into some of the caves was frustrating, to say the least. Other than that, the game played really well. It was actually really fun swimming around these different bodies of water, especially the deeper bodies of water. I really enjoyed it when you got out to the Gulf and just kind of swimming around. It's something that you aren't really used to playing because you're kind of used to playing on land. However, I will say that each and every one of the quote-unquote bosses were comically easy. And I don't know if it's because, given my style of play, I like to really, you know, max out my shark before I go do a boss fight. But, I mean, I'd go in and just, you know, destroy every boss with ease. It was, you know, a little unchallenging in that respect. Graphically, the game was awesome. It uses the Unreal Engine, and hey, let's face it, the Unreal Engine is gorgeous, and these guys used it very well. Now, I will say that I was pretty frustrated with how I had to buy it. I played it on PC, because I like to play a lot of my games on PC, and being forced to have to buy it on the Epic game launcher was frustrating, not being able to buy it on Steam. I did a whole other video about that. If you guys are interested, you can go check it out. But other than that, I had a blast playing this game, and I would totally recommend it to everybody. It's really not a gory game. Yes, I know you eat human beings, but for the most part, it's not really a gory game, and most kids should be able to enjoy this without the parents worrying. Price-wise, the game was awesome. I mean, it only cost me, $30. I did buy it on the Epic. It's the first game I've bought on the Epic game launcher, so they gave me a $10 discount. Whoopee! Other than that, I think it's a $40 game, which makes it a perfect game to go out and buy just so you can just kind of screw around in it. It's really not a game that should be taken seriously, and that's kind of why I fell in love with it. It's a game that I could just throw on and play for, 20 minutes here or there, and then put it down and not worry about it for a while. As far as game modes, there's really not anything else to do other than the main story. However, if I'm being honest, a cooperative mode would have been awesome in this game. Having the ability to swim around with a friend and just tear up the Gulf or something would be amazing. However, I feel like they would have to make the game quite a bit larger and quite a bit harder. I don't think that it's something they could have just tacked onto the game. Also, I feel like it would have made things a bit more complicated, and that's kind of what makes this game special, is that it's so simple. It kind of feels like an arcade game, a really well fleshed out arcade game. I gotta give it to Tripwire, the developers of this game. They did a really good job. I don't think there's a whole lot of replayability with the game unless you just really like being a shark and going through and tearing, things apart. But considering Shark Week this year might not be all that special, this might get you through till next year. For those of you who are playing it on the Xbox or the PlayStation, you're not going to really have to worry. As for those of you guys who are playing it on the PC, for some reason, I feel like it overworked my machine for no real reason. It's not a graphically intense game. It does look good, but it really shouldn't have worked my system as hard as it did. So I feel like there was a room for improvement on Tripwire's end, but other than that, it played really well. However, if I were to recommend a system for you to play this on, I would say stick to the PlayStation or the Xbox, because the whole exclusivity with Epic Game Studios kind of turned me off as far as the PC side. And since you're definitely not going to be playing this with anything other than a controller, it just makes sense. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for me on this one, but if you like this video and you want to see more, please feel free to subscribe and leave a comment if you liked it, or if you didn't like it, or if you have a game that you might want to see me review in the future. Other than that, I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace!